Alright, so in this video, we're going to be fighting Boss Black Lightning. He is the worst boss in the entire game. On Ice, specifically, he's got a couple things that make him particularly annoying. First of all, he's got Black Lightning AI. He's got the special 2 where he can full box you and just kill you from dot. So if you don't have dot resistance, then you're kind of in trouble. And most people don't have a 7-star Beast Boy like I do, or a higher rating Beast Boy. Because if you have a higher rating Beast Boy, you could at least throw some talents on resistances to help him survive. Most people don't have that. And then you have the Chaos Tag-in modifier, which is the worst modifier in the game because it basically removes skill and just kind of makes most of it chance. And on top of that, he disables might bonuses, might gear bonuses. So Batwoman the Drown, who most people are going to use and have at a starter stage, he's just going to be able to bypass, like, he's going to make her useless. So you're really left with 2 options, Beast Boy or Scorpion as your damage dealer, and then various support characters. Power Girl, Dr. Fate, Killer Frost for power reduction, Black Ruler of Kahndaq, Black Adam, and Black Manta to help you trigger Puppet. I'm using Dr. Fate here because Manta was already used. I don't really feel as comfortable using Black Adam, and between Power Girl and Dr. Fate, my Dr. Fate was weaker, and I just needed Dr. Fate to die right away. So the other really annoying thing about this, this boss in particular, is that you're going to be getting passive stats from Nora Snow Globe. 99% of the player base is going to be using Nora Snow Globe to get passive stats. And so you have to make sure your support character dies, you have to get all of the clones killed, and you got to make sure that your main damage dealer doesn't get hurt in the process. So yeah, it's just really annoying, and if he gets one special, 2 on you and locks you into that cage, it's over. And the worst part is, it's not even like you can block it and you don't get movement disabled. It disables your movement anyway. The only good thing going in my favor is I have a level 10 puppet, which means that my negative effects are guaranteed. So you'll notice I did my first special 1 there, and then I did a special 2. And that special 2 disabled his specials. If I had missed specials disabled there, I could have been in really big trouble. But the level 10 puppet is it's just so nice to not have to worry about getting screwed over by being unlucky, man. It just feels amazing. But yeah, Manta, Raven, and Classic Flash. I just wanted to bully Aquaman, I'm not gonna lie. I don't have anything against Aquaman, it's just I don't really get to bully man. I don't really get to use Manta like this. I think with a Raven Killer Frost or Raven Zatanna setup, you can make Manta one-shot in just about any solo raid versus any boss. But yeah, when are you gonna do this to any other boss, man? Just look at his health melt away, dude. Oh, it's hilarious. It's glorious. Yeah, Classic Flash is also here to give me a extra fast attack hit. I don't really think it was worth trying to activate his damage buff. Maybe with the power steal on crits, I could have kept the damage buff up. Or even with Raven's power steal, I might have been able to keep it up. But there's no reason to have it. There's no reason. Look at the damage. I did mess up at one point, and I lost the Manta stacks. And I knew I was going to kill Aquaman anyway, but I really wanted to see what peak performance was. But it's fine. I'll just do that next time, because this is Heroic 6. I'll get to Heroic 7 before the solo raid ends. And then I could bully Aquaman with Manta even more. Yeah, so, I mean, this isn't particularly entertaining. Well, not... What I meant to say, it's not new. It's EPI. Everybody knows how strong EPI is, and it's Gemstone. And it's just ridiculous, man. Yeah, so I just wanted to get Batman out of the way, because I was just alright, my bosses are Captain Cold, I think, and Batman, and neither of them are particularly difficult, so I'm just gonna, throw a random team at them. I really do hope the Taste of Evil solo raids return soon. I really want to level up my Twin Blade. I would really love to have my Twin Blade at level 9 or 10 to actually, to see just how far I can take Twin Blade, to push it to its limits, you know? See it at peak performance. I also really like John Constantine. He's probably my second favorite DC character. He's got aura, man. He's really cool. He's got the most over-the-top backstory of all time. But yeah, I would really love a chance to drop Constantine. He's also got a really fun playset in the game. His combos feel really nice. He just feels great to play. But yeah, to actually one-shot consistently with him, I kind of need a higher star rating. And I've only got him at 3 stars. But, you know, maybe one day. So, yeah, I kind of fail here. Not gonna lie. So essentially what happens is... This is part of the set of videos where I try to... This is part of the set of the fights where I try to one-shot without passive stats, and that video should have gone up yesterday if I'm doing my stuff right. But I went, alright, let me see if I can one-shot with Gemstone Scorpion with no passive stats. Usually I would use Brainiac and Raiden here, and with Brainiac and Raiden, like, bro, Scorpion was... Most of that fight, using that team is just stacking Brainiac's lethal. Because Gemstone Scorpion is ridiculous. He does so much damage. But I actually make a pretty big mistake here, and that's... I use Grodd to help me with power generation because I don't have Raiden, but I use Martian Manhunter to keep up the duration of negative effects, where what I should have done is use a damage boost character, because without passive stats, Scorpion alone just doesn't do enough damage to one-shot. I don't one-shot here. The only reason I'm showing you this fight is because the next fight is me just cleaning up. So I don't want to just, like, show a boss at not full health and not even explain why they're not at full health. But yeah, like, feel free to skip ahead. This just didn't go well, man. Scorpion is third best character. He makes a strong case. Beast Boy is better. Beast Boy does more damage. Beast Boy can one-shot with less star rating and less passive stats. But the one thing that Scorpion does have over Beast Boy is Beast Boy gets fully countered by bosses who are dot immune. Scorpion cuts through dot immunity. Scorpion bypasses dot immunity. So while Scorpion can't one-shot as quickly as Beast Boy, or as consistently as Beast Boy, or is as valuable to new players as Beast Boy is, Scorpion is more reliable in more difficult situations. A lot of the bosses that are dot immune tend not to be stun immune, and then you can just stun lock them, and it's not an issue. But most bosses aren't dot immune. There's like a very, very slim amount of bosses who are dot immune, and so 95% of the time, Beast Boy's gonna be the better character for that fight than Scorpion is. Also, Scorpion's gonna really struggle if the boss isn't stun immune. Is stun immune, excuse me. Because you can spam specials with him. If you have Puppet and you can just permanently blind the boss, it's not too much of an issue. But if you can't stun lock them, and it's gonna be a little bit more of an issue. If you're using Gemstone, you really want to be able to just stun the opponent infinitely, because if they can block, if they can, do something annoying, then it's just not going to go well for you. Mess up there, do a combo, do a special on too little combo. I don't really care. It's 10 seconds left. I know I'm not going to one-shot her. Yeah, what was I saying before this? I don't even remember. Basically, Scorpion is better against dot-resistant, dot-immune bosses, because Scorpion bypasses dot immunity, but Beast Boy is going to be better in 95% of scenarios. I think that's what I was saying. Yeah, so we got Batman Ninja Batman. I've almost got him to 7 stars. I've just been requesting shards from my league mates. I surprisingly don't drop Batman Ninja Batman too often. I get a lot of drops for other characters. I dropped, what's his name? I dropped Multiverse the Flash. I dropped, who's the other one? I dropped Multiverse the Flash, I dropped EPI, I dropped Heartbreaker Harley. I've done that multiple times. Like, I think my second ever solo raid drop was Batman Ninja Catwoman. But I really don't drop Batman Ninja Batman all that often. I think I've gotten him once. The other character that I have never dropped in solo raids is Multiverse Armored Supergirl. And I know she's one of the rarest drops, but I swear Harley has the same drop rate. I've gotten Harley 4 times. I don't need any more Harley. It's not too bad, because I can just donate to my league mates, and most people need Harley shards. But I'm just like, I don't like Harley as a character, and I keep getting her. Supergirl's my favorite comic book character, and I have not dropped Multiverse Armored Supergirl once. I've dropped Silver Banshee, I've dropped Batman Ninja Batman, I'm pretty sure I've dropped Lord Joker, I've dropped Mythic Wonder Woman, Batman Ninja Catwoman, EPI multiple times, Multiverse the Flash multiple times, Harley too many times, but I've not dropped Shazam and Multiverse Armored Supergirl once. I also haven't gotten a legendary drop, but, I mean, you know, that's to be expected. Also, I dropped Soul Crystal, I've dropped Astro Harness. Yeah, so, I've got pretty good RNG overall, but it's just like the one character I actually ever wanted to drop, I can't have. The characters I need, I just don't drop. But yeah, I mean, this is Zatanna, Batman Ninja Batman, and Robin. Man, I feel like I've just annoyed a lot of people by complaining about how lucky I am. Guys, I'm kidding, all right? I'm very fortunate for my luck. I'm very grateful. But I do find it a little amusing. Yeah, so Batman Ninja Batman, I built him because I knew that his Power Steal on crits could help me solo Phase 4 Brainiac. And I was working on that video that you saw go up the other day, where I one-shot all of the new League Raid bosses in, you know, without repeating any characters. Kind of. But yeah, but I'm just like, I also kind of just want to spam the puppet with Batman Ninja Batman, because I want to see, you know, I want to use the Bat Hazard. My iPad is not happy with me because there are so many bats on screen that my game actually starts lagging. Here, this isn't like something wrong on your end. I had such a lag spike, it cut the audio off. That's how bad it was. So here I'm just like, oh, I really hope I don't crash. But yeah, I kind of knew that this team wasn't strong enough to one-shot with the amount of passive stats I have currently. But I wanted to see how far I could take it. I'm like, you know what, 1.4 billion, I think they can clean that up. And I was right. 9 seconds left on the clock, and my iPad almost exploded. But hey, look, we got the dub. 1.35 billion, but yeah, let's just call it 1.4 billion. Yeah, Batman Ninja Batman's quite fun to play. I like Batman Ninja Batman in Injustice 2 more than Injustice 1 because, dude, Batman Ninja Batman in Injustice 1 was just awful, dude. Oh, no, the nightmares, man. So, yeah, Sub-Zero. I think Sub-Zero's mechanic is if you hit him too many times with basic attacks, he'll freeze you, so you just spam specials, and you can negate the freezing effect if you just burn him. So, yeah, Puppet, the first effect on Puppet is burn. So, he immediately becomes absolutely useless. But, yeah, man. I don't really know what else to say. It's a Beast Boy fight, and Beast Boy's kind of just my counter to bosses I find annoying, or bosses I just want to steamroll over, or I don't have anyone else to fight. Let me just use Beast Boy here.